Hey everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today's video is a super natural everyday makeup look. So this is perfect for that September refresh, whether you're going back to school, work, uni, or if you just need some inspiration for an everyday makeup routine that is super quick but effective just to enhance your natural features, then please stay tuned for this video. We'll also be using our 8-piece Jet Setter brush set. So you have 8 essential brushes inside with a makeup bag. So you've got the top tier, which is perfect for all of your makeup brushes, and then the bottom to store all of your makeup. So the great thing about all of these brushes, they are obviously travel size, so you can use them on the go. You can pop one of them in your handbag, but also you've got essential brushes for every single makeup step, so you don't have to carry around every single brush. They're obviously multi-use, so you can use them for different things as well. So if you want to learn how we got this look right here, then just keep on watching. So for something really quick and easy, you want to apply something really lightweight, like a tinted moisturiser or a light coverage foundation. But of course, foundation is a personal preference, so just go with whatever you feel comfortable with, but something that isn't going to take too long to blend in. So firstly, using the B01 brush, we're going to go in with our light coverage foundation. So this is perfect for foundation because it is a flat top, so it buffs in foundation super quick. Depending on what kind of coverage you want, you can bounce it to create a full coverage, or you can swipe the product on to really sheer out the foundation. So if you want to make your skin look a little bit more awake, you can go for a foundation colour that is a couple shades darker than your skin tone if you prefer to make your skin look a little bit more alive and a little bit warmer, especially if it's getting a little bit colder, just to give your skin a little bit of colour, especially if you're wearing quite a light coverage foundation. Just giving that little bit of extra colour to your skin can really wake up your complexion. But just make sure you always take it down the neck if you are going a little bit darker. Of course, if you prefer, you can just go for a foundation or tinted moisturiser that matches your skin completely, and you can just dab it in the areas where you need it. So to keep it looking really natural, less is more when it comes to concealer, just because you can just put it wherever you need it. So anywhere where you can see darkness around the eyes, a little bit around the nose to get rid of any redness that you might have there, and also, like we said, any blemishes that you may want to cover. To buff that in, we're going to use our B06 brush. Good thing about this brush, it's great for buffing in concealer. Like all of our brushes, they are multi-use because this is a super fluffy. It buffs in concealer super seamlessly. So if you literally just buff that in circular motions just to diffuse the concealer, like so. And also the good thing about having this one brush is obviously you can wipe off in between and use it for eyeshadow as well. Because especially if you're on the go using these brushes, you don't want to be bringing tons of brushes with you. You can literally just bring this one brush set and you're kind of covered for every step. So the good thing about using a fluffy brush with concealer is it really diffuses the product out, and you don't have too much sitting underneath the eye. So you can see the difference between this eye and that eye. Just by putting it in the inner and outer corner, it just really lifts the eye and brightens it up, especially if it's the morning and you just want to make your eyes look a little bit brighter. So for something really quick and easy, we would recommend going in with a cream blusher, just because it's, like we just said, really easy and quick to apply, because it just melts into the skin really quickly and it just looks so natural and very skin-like. But of course you can go in with a powder blusher if you prefer. Then to apply that, we're going to use the B08 brush. So this is typically a highlighter brush, but it's also great for cream and powder blusher because it is so tiny. It just makes your application super precise. So one step that we personally wouldn't miss is powder. So especially if you're going to be wearing this all day at work or college or uni or wherever you are, I would definitely recommend powdering the skin. Even if you are dry, just a very light layer of Powder will just set your foundation in place and just ensure that it will last that little bit longer. And to do that, we're going to use our CEO3 brush. So this is perfect for powder because it is super, super fluffy. It doesn't hold too much product, so you don't get too much powder onto the skin. As it's obviously travel sized, as with all of these brushes, it's perfect to keep in your handbag if you need to top up throughout the day. Also, it is tapered at the top, so it fits perfectly underneath the eyes as well, and obviously everywhere on the skin. It's a really nice size, so if you are in a rush, you can literally just whack your powder on, buff it in all over the face, and you're good to go. So this step is optional, but you can go in with a bronzer or kind of like a cool tone bronzer contour to give your face a little bit of warmth and a little bit of shape. So depending on if you have time in the morning, but this just makes your skin look a little bit warmer and just gives your face a little bit more shape. So we're going to use the A05 brush to do that. If you prefer, you can just opt for bronzer and leave out the blusher. If you are short for time, you can just choose whichever you prefer. A05 is great for contouring and adding bronzer because it does have an angle to the bristles, so it fits perfectly into the cheekbone. Of course, it's super fluffy as well, so it doesn't add too much product. But if you do want to add a little bit of shape to your face, you can just follow the natural contours of your face. So follow from the top of the ear downwards and just buff it in circular motions, and you can find your contour or the hollow of your cheek just by pressing inwards like that. And then add a little bit around the hairline just to warm up the complexion. So as we said earlier, the B06 is great for adding eyeshadow as well. So we're going to keep it really simple on the eyes because this is a natural everyday look. We don't all have loads of time in the morning, so we're literally just going to use one colour all over the eye. So the shade we're going to be using is Tide from our Oceana palette. So this is the perfect neutral sandy brown to wear on an everyday basis because it kind of looks like a natural shadow. Gives you a tiny bit of warmth, but it doesn't look too obvious. So you can just pop it through the natural crease of your eye, a little bit underneath the eye if you prefer, and it just gives your eye a little bit of shape without looking like you've made too much effort, but you can tell there's something there. So we are literally just going to look down into our mirror and find the natural crease of your eye. And then when your eye is looking forward, you literally just want to blend that slightly above the eye crease, especially if you've got hooded eyes. So that way, when your eye is looking forward and they're open, you can see the eyeshadow peeking through. You just want to blend that and follow the natural shape of your eye back and forth. So because the brush is so fluffy, it just does the work for you. And just ensure that you hold the brush quite lightly with not too much pressure. Buff it in circular motions just to diffuse the edges. So especially if it's the morning and your eyes are feeling really tired, what you can do is go for a nude pencil. It just really opens up the eye and makes them look super awake. Using the A24, we're going to go in with our brow product. So you can go in with a powder or a gel. We personally feel like gel obviously lasts the longest because it sets down, and the good thing about the A24 is that it is so fine and tiny that you can create brow-like strokes with this brush and kind of make the brows just look a little bit more fuller while still giving them some shape and definition. So we're just going to brush up the brows, and wherever you kind of see any sparse areas, that's where you kind of want to pop the product, and you just want to create tiny little brow-like strokes. So using the very tip of the longest part of the brush, kind of flick that across. And obviously, like we were saying, you won't have loads of time in the morning, so doing this step really helps because you don't have to like sit there and shape your brow. You're literally just adding in some little hairs like so. So before we go in with mascara, eyelash curlers are a must, especially on days where you're not wearing much makeup. You just want something to lift your lashes to prep for mascara. So then of course we're going to go in with our dark matte mascara. So this is really defining and really lengthening, so it's great for anyone who really likes to kind of open and lift their lashes, because it separates each individual lash, because it does have a comb like wand, so it's perfect for separating and defining. If you can see those tiny little combs on the end, they just really work in from root to tip, just to ensure there's product on every part of your lash. The wand holds quite a lot of product within this middle part here, so you find you don't have to keep dipping back into the tube. It will kind of cover both eyes, and then if you want to, you can layer it up and add more. So that was obviously just with one dip into the tube and a couple of coats. And then you especially want to coat the bottom lashes just to really open the eye and wake them up. So that one dip coated both eyes, bottom and top. Then finally, to finish off this natural look, we're going to go in with our lipstick element, so the perfect everyday nude. So it's not too noticeable, but it just gives your lips a little bit of colour, and it's got a really nice brown hue undertone. Or if you're super rushed and on the go, you can actually use the lipstick on your cheeks as well. So obviously we used a separate blusher, but it actually works really well as a cream blusher. So say if you're on the go, you're in the car or whatever, you can literally pop this on the lips and also on the cheeks as well. So that is our super quick and natural makeup look, perfect for back to school or back to work, just a little September refresh of your makeup routine. I hope this inspires you, and also a little insight into our 8-piece mini brush set. So let us know what you thought in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!